Yeah, you can read about it, and I don't like this, what's going on, while we're getting distracted. Hey, this is not a story. This is kind of a spontaneous breaking news information video for people that live like me, or you don't. You want to know what's going on with people like me that live like I do. Or you live in your RV, your car, camper, like I talk about a lot. This is an information situation. And I'm out here, I'm doing my thing and living unsheltered a lot of times, like a lot of you guys and gals. And the information that's coming into me, I'm diving deeper and learning more about the new laws, living in your car and all that. And it's getting weird, and I want you to watch the news clip. I want you to watch the way, and please bear with me, because I really feel, and I watch people, and I get a feel for, like you might about me, who they are, what their motive might be when they're talking. And in this news clip, the lady that's trying to explain the new homeless transformation camp in Utah, this is what the feel I got from her was she's just never had a hard day in her life. And so these are the kind of people that are going to be running these things, and it's scary. So I have friends in law enforcement back east and all over, actually, and I have homeless friends that are in the gutter, and then I have nomad friends, kind of like me, that are just doing their thing, maybe did what they wanted to do with career type stuff, and I'm just out living on my bike. I travel around, even South America, whatever. You would know that about me if you've watched my channel. But and sometimes I'll get called, hey, you're into drama all the time. Well, you know what? I'm not always. I'm trying to give information, and the drama comes out in the videos. I don't, behind the scenes, I'm a pretty mellow guy. But this one, I had to write a few things down, and I'm going to put that in here, that link to that news clip, man, because that one, that got me. That gave me a feel for how they look at it and how they're handling it, most of them. Not all of them. We do have compassionate people out there and doing that kind of stuff. This isn't for clicks or drama, and let you learn for yourself why I feel a little weird out here living. Like a year ago, I didn't. In 1 year, it's changed. So, but I started feeling it. Yeah, so they're finally using the word nomad, but not the way we do, or not the way we used to. And the Utah government building this 1,300 bed facility called Nomad Rescue. And they say it's a sanctioned campground. Sanctioned campground, that's what I was talking about in here. Now, I've seen some campgrounds, they're developing into homeless temporary shelter type things. There's no fence around it or anything. You can kind of come and go, but they do check people kind of for drugs and alcohol there. They don't let you, it's not a party spot, right? And so that's kind of my first sign there. These things are coming up. I think that's fine. No drugs, no alcohol. That's okay. If people are having a problem, no one's jumping into their life too much. Just asking, don't do that here on this property. So, but the people that need help, they do need help. They need a place to go. I'm talking about from my nomad perspective, and they're from a print standpoint. When you read these laws, it's like accountability center, where entry and exit are not voluntary. And anyway, so I know that may be for a certain person, but I could see where people get swept up in that, and especially in Utah now, because they're just picking people up. They really are, and you can look in other places too, not just Utah. What's happening right now is the news is just so huge with everything that's going on up in Minnesota and with the feds. I made a video about that yesterday. There's just so much going on, war, that this kind of stuff is just like swept away. So, all the people that are kind of hurting could get, what do I want to say? Swept up in this mess. Yeah, so I think at this point, it's there's a lot of good stuff happening about these, whatever you want to call it, these rehabilitation centers. Maybe that's a great idea. I just would like everyone to know what's going on and how they're going about it. That's what I'm doing here. The other thing, in California, even Newsom, they've decided to go ahead and, because they kind of have to, do sanctioned campgrounds. And these are campgrounds where you can't leave voluntarily. They'll have treatment centers, and you can go into these work programs. And if you're getting any sort of government funding, that's actually going to be required if you're going to take So the choice is, and this is real in Utah, the choice is, go to the camp thing. It's 7 miles out of town. You can read about this. 7 miles out of town, that's a big walk for people, even a bike ride in the heat or cold. The transportation situation is, it takes a person like 2 hours to do the trip to town and back. So for those in Utah that are picked up on the streets, the choices are, and this is Utah, facility, court, or jail. Those are the three choices. These are facility things that could help people. They stay warm and they eat and all that. But watch the video, watch how they think it should be dealt with. It's just really concerning to me. So I want help, comments on this, and maybe you can give me your feedback on, do you know more? I'm learning a lot. I kind of know a lot now. And the deeper I go, I just find out it's a little darker and darker. I'll just go through exactly what the Utah facility is and what they're going to develop all over. And it's a massive 1,300 bed facility on 16 acres near Salt Lake City Airport, out by the airport. I've been there lots of times. And it is located in a remote industrial area. I know that. It says, I want to read this to you here. This is a big deal. Okay, California just passed the AB 518 to make sanctioned camping easier for recreational nomads on private land. Utah is building sanctioned encampments. So that's what it says. I'm reading this to you. Nomad Rescue. It's going to be Nomad, and they're calling this Nomad Rescue. Camp versus prison. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think on this. It freaks me out a little bit. A nomadic lifestyle like I live is pretty normal in a lot of places, especially down where I live, and where I spent a year straight by myself, traveling around. Nobody ever bothered me. In Colombia, now people bother. I got beat up and robbed, but that was in the cities. That was in Medellin, and it was the first time when I first got there, and I didn't know what I was doing. But once I got to the mountains, no one ever bothered me. That's it. Please like and subscribe. I thought I'd just throw a little insight in there to what I'm seeing. Thanks for watching.